Okay, our final guest for the evening is a man who's been synonymous with a bit of queer radio and many an issue. Could you put your hands together for John Frame? We'll sit close in the faux suede.
Thanks, Eileen.
John, what have you been up to? You little campaigner, you?
All right, well, at the moment I'm full-time carer for my mum, which that keeps me busy, of course.
Of course.
24/7 nearly. But I've been, for the last 8 years, following up, as Paul Martin mentioned earlier, the fact that Queensland is the only place in the whole of Australia that has an unequal age of consent.
Is it really?
And it's
Did anyone know that?
Yeah.
Say that again, John.
It's Queensland. Since late 2003, Queensland has been the only place in Australia, the only state or territory which has an unequal age of consent. In every other state or territory, the age of consent for all sexual activity is equal for everybody.
I think that needs a bit of a boo. I said I think that needs a bit of a boo. Thank you.
Well done.
So, John, you have been working on this for, as you say, for 8 years. How's it going?
Well, I suggested to someone the other day that trying to get a positive response from Premier Anna Bligh or Attorney General Kerry Shine is like banging your head against a brick wall. But the thing is that I would expect to get some level of compassion and understanding from a brick wall. I'm not getting it from the Queensland Government.
So do you even get a response? Like when you send... So basically what you've been sending in letters saying, hey,
yep,
what's happening? And what do you get? Thank you very much for your letters.
That's right. Well, what I get from the Premier, I constantly get a letter that says, this matter belongs to the Attorney General, so I'm referring your email or your letter on to the Attorney General, who, and I think I'm getting politically speak here, I'm assured, will consider the matter, in depth.
Yeah, like this.
And of course, it just means they're going to throw it in the bin.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's been an eye-opener for me to see that as one person working with others, but still, it's basically a one-person organising campaign, you really just can't expect to get very far. And you really do need to have broad action. So we've had support, of course, from the Queensland Association for Healthy Communities, and from Action Reform Change Queensland, and from PFLAG. All these people have been supportive, but I think until you actually get a couple of hundred young people marching in the street demanding that there be an equal age of consent for everybody at age 16, the government's just not going to do anything.
Well, that's the thing, it is important. So it's important for it to change because, I mean, if you're older, you just go, oh, it doesn't matter, but it does matter. It does,
that's right.
And it's important for everyone to even send an email to the Attorney General, to the Premier and say, hey, this age sucks. Well, not literally, but, not in the biblical way.
That's right.
But can we change? I think the more people who get together, as you say, the more people that get together, the stronger it gets.
Well, it's such a petty thing too.
Oh, it's pathetic.
Because La Trobe University research has shown that 20% of all youth, whether they're straight or gay, male or female, will choose to engage in anal intercourse. And of course, heterosexual youth choose to do anal intercourse probably because it feels good, but mainly because you can't possibly get pregnant doing anal intercourse. But the problem is, it's a really good way of transmitting an awful lot of other diseases, including HIV. So the current law, because it makes anal intercourse a criminal activity for 16 and 17-year-olds, makes it really difficult for organisations that distribute sexual health information to get the message to 16 and 17-year-olds that anal intercourse is just as risky as vaginal intercourse. And you should always use a condom, always, and plenty of lube as well. And you should know how to do anal intercourse safely as well. It should be something that is included in sexual health information at schools as part of sex ed. And the other part that it stops is, in a school-based forum, it is one of the things that stops relationships education in schools actually including same-sex attracted youth. And what a difference it would make to go through the whole of high school knowing that if you're same-sex attracted, that's perfectly okay, that you're empowered to do great, fun, safe sex, and come out of school not only feeling good about yourself, but being perfectly healthy, and then going on to university, work, whatever. But school shouldn't be where you feel oppressed and fucked up, and where sex gets in the way of you being healthy, happy, and having a future.
Absolutely. So basically the thing to do is to send your emails to the Attorney-General. It's easy, just get on the internet, go to state government and say, hey, wanker, change the A's. I mean, you can even do that and they still have to respond, don't they?
They do.
Yeah. So block up the emails. Also chat to you. You're on Queer Radio as well, or do they chat to or ARC?
Action Reform Change Queensland certainly support this. Now, if anyone's looking for research, like if someone says to you, how do I know what the age of consent means in Queensland? All you've got to do really is Google age of consent Queensland, and I've got lots of actual references on my Queer Radio webpage, and you'll be able to back up your statements fully. You'll be able to look at, there's a statement by the Queensland Anti-Discrimination Commissioner, a video statement. There's a video statement by Paul Martin, by Shelley Argent, by Rodney Goodbun, and also Tim Klein, who's a psychologist. These video statements strongly support...
So basically go to Queer Radio and have a look at the site and then take it from there. And well,
I was hoping tonight to actually bring one of the other video statement people along as show and tell for what good fun sodomy is, but unfortunately Felix Cullett at the moment is in RBH having his appendix ripped out, so he can't be here.
Oh well, not to worry.
You've done. Go to the website.
Go to the website, and you've done a mighty fine show and tell. Could you put your hands together for John Pratt? Thanks, John.